Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for being so patient with another video. It's been so long since I filmed, since that week of Thanksgiving. It's been so long, at least for me, because ever since that video, I just been back to back to back, working on finals, project, studying, and working like rotations. I didn't get a chance to film or do looks or anything of that sort. I do have a few stuff on my Instagram. I have a giveaway on my Instagram. I'll go ahead and leave it down in the description box. Using the Vegas Lights Pigment, which is this one from NYX, and you can definitely change up the lip. This is what I want to do, just very neutral. Definitely you could do like a red or like a holiday look. I just wanted to keep it super neutral, you know me, and I wanted to add a gloss, so this is what she looks like. If you guys want to know how I got this look, then go ahead and please keep watching. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to prime my eyelids as usual. Kind of take out that discoloration on my eyelids because of the veining and such. Same as always, the I Love Essence eyeshadow primer. And I'm using a brush just because I want to distribute that product all over my entire eye space. Next, I'm going to use the Tartlette and Bloom palette and use the Smarty Pants with a fluffy brush to set that primer in place, just because I don't want it to make it move or look really tacky when I place other shadows. So this is going to make sure that it will smooth transitionally into one. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and use windshield wiping motions with my same fluffy brush, that same shade, the Smarty Pants shade, and I'm blending that back and forth just because I want to place my transition shades so we can add other colors on top and make it everything look flowy and transitioned into one another. Go ahead and pick up that color called Sweetheart. It's a nice pink mauve tone shade, and adding that right on top of the Smarty Pants shade. And again, using the same motion of windshield wiping motions back and forth on the eyelid space. I use a shade called Rebel. This is my favorite color to place right on the outer corner. For some reason, it just makes all of my looks just come well together, if that makes any sense at all. Anyways, I'm using a brush that's pretty pointed at the tip and just placing that right on the outer corner of my eye and just concentrating that on my outer corner. I want to have a dark outer corner because we are going to have a pigment, so I want it to flow from light to dark. Alright, let's move on to the darker outer corner of this eye look. We're going to use a shade called Leader in that same palette. And again, I'm placing that right on top of the Rebel shade just to concentrate a little bit more. I like adding layers because when you add little by little and increasing it, it flows transitionally. But if you add too much, it's hard to take off. And yeah, so just again, I'm using another brush. This is from Beige Cosmetics. It's from their polka dot set. I got it at IMATS, I want to say a year ago. I'm going to move on to the Kylie Holiday palette. I'm using this shade right here. I don't know what it's called. And it's a burgundy. I wanted a hint of that right on the outer corner, so I'm using that as well. Now in that same palette, I'm going to pick up this dark deep purple shade called Silent Night. And again, deepening it out. This is what made it more concentrated and more darker in the look. As you can see it all coming together now. This is a brush that I used earlier. It doesn't have any additional product. I'm just blending out everything because I don't want any harsh lines, so you got to make sure you have a clean brush to blend everything out together. We're going to move on to the pigment part. This is the NYX glitter primer and the NYX pigment called Vegas Baby. I noticed that in the beginning I said Vegas Lights. I don't know why. Sorry. It's called Vegas Baby. So I'm placing the glitter primer all over my entire eyelid, and I'm not placing it right on the outer corner where I added all those dark shades. And this is where I started packing on the pigment, and just adding that little by little, and I'm spreading it outwards towards the outer corner so that way it can have a gradient effect. I tried as much as I could. It was a little bit difficult because I didn't want to cover up the darkness of my outer corner, so this is the best that I did. Next, I'm going to go back with the Rebel and Leader shade and blend that into one another so that way we can have a transition. And we can go ahead and move on to the other eyelid any moment now. Alright, there we go. I'm doing the same exact thing on my left eye. I'm taking another clean brush, and because I added some more of that Silent Night shade, I'm blending that all out because, again, nobody likes any harsh lines, so we're just blending that all out with this MAC brush. I'll list everything down in the description box in case I miss anything or if you're curious to know what products I used exactly and the shades and all that jazz. So check in the description box for more information. Now I'm going to use the Dreamer shade to add on my brow bone highlight just to make everything come together. I went ahead and added some more of the Vegas Baby Pigment because you can see it was kind of like just a stark pigment there. I just wanted to add a little bit more, again, to having the gradient. I'm moving on to my liquid eyeliner. I'm using the matte liquid liner from NYX, which is my favorite. If you guys haven't used it, you need to pick it up for yourself. Okay? Do yourself a flavor. Do yourself a flavor. I already prepped my skin with the NIVEA Men Pulse Shave Balm and the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. I use both of these because the Pores No More fill in my pores and the NIVEA one doesn't. It just makes my foundation look so gorgeous. So I'm using my concealer. This is a Sephora serum, gel serum, and I'm adding that on my under eyes. And for foundation, I am deciding to use the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation, which has been my favorite currently right now. For some reason, my skin has been really dry. It's bad that this is the only foundation that's actually working with my skin right now. It's just like really needing thirst and hydration, and this is giving it to me. My other foundations have been genuinely like showing off my dry patches, and it's not cute. So we're doing the Lumi, and I've been using this baby girl for a while now, so I've been loving her. I'm gonna set my entire face with the NYX No Filter powder. I am not on it today. I am so sorry. Oh, but we're dancing. We are dancing. Okay. Let's dance and put on some powder on the face. Alrighty, let's put on some mascara on these eyelashes and move on to bronzer. This is my favorite brush and bronzer at the moment. You've seen it in all my past videos, so no surprise, surprise. We're just going to go ahead and bronze up the cheekbone area with the e.l.f. complexion brush. This is just fitting so perfectly on my cheekbone area. It's so good to bronze up the skin. So good. Alright, we're going to contour now with the NYX Contour Palette, and I'm going to use this gray tone shade in the palette because this is going to give us the shadow on our face. We're going to use a Morphe brush. I don't know the name of it. I'll go ahead and list it down in the description box, but I love this brush to contour. It's great for cream contour and powder contour, but I'm using it for powder contour today because we need to be a little bit extra with the contour. And I'm going to use my highlight of this past month, which is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. Look at that. Bomb AF. You need this highlight if you are my skin tone or deeper or a little bit lighter, medium skin tone. Fair skin, I'm not too sure if this would look good on you. It might look a little bit too dark, but you can use it as eyeshadow. I don't usually do this, but I'm adding some highlight on the tip of my nose and on my cupid's bow and down the bridge of my nose. I just thought it would be fun. I have a really weird nose, so I was kind of skeptical of doing this, but I did anyways. And I'm going to add some blush. This is my NARS Guy Bourdain palette. I don't know the shade of it. It doesn't have the names on the back, so I'm so sorry. But I'll try to look for it on Google. Thank goodness for Google. I'm just adding that right on top of it. I'm going to use the same three colors on the lower lash line from the Tartlette and Bloom palette and smoking that out on my lower lash line. So for my actual waterline, I'm using the Colourpop and Kathleen Knights collab. This is Mr.Bing. This is a really nice brown. Every time I wear this on my no makeup days, everyone compliments me on it. So I highly recommend it. It's a very gorgeous shade and it complements a lot of eye looks if you don't want it to look too, I guess, harsh as a black eyeliner would. Next, I'm going to use some falsies. These are from NYX. These are the number 9, I believe. If not, I'll go ahead again and list it on the description box. And I'm going to move on to lining that on top just so we can cover the band. And for lip of choice, I'm using MAC. I haven't used MAC lipsticks in a while. So this is Whirl, and I'm going to top it off with NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline. That's pretty much the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you learned something new today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in another video. Toodles!